Okay, live. Welcome to the Gordox Pub. There's no Brett tonight. Apparently, he's double ill. But that's okay. We'll let him rest while I'm finishing this one up. So I'm gonna do a sort of glaze over most everything with the green gold. And then probably dark enough. I'll tweak the flowers and fingers, all that. Blazing skin. Be a little thinner than I was looking for. Usually glazes are a thin layer that's darker. I'm just darkening the value with the background color. Anyone that's watched me paint before knows that my biggest problem in painting is using something alone to dry. Because I want to keep tweaking it until it's where I want it. a really light brush over some of this.
What's her name?
Did you go baby anyway? Oh, let me step it out here. Sorry.
No.
Hey, how are you? See, I don't know how the background noise is going to work tonight. Brett's out. But all those that are coming late. What I'm still doing is kind of tuning it a little bit. I want to darken the background up behind the hands to make the hands look more like they're glowing. I suppose I could technically just brush over everything and then highlight after, but I like to be difficult. Because anyone who knows me can eat this. When you're doing this, you can kind of let it go dry like you're dry brushing and kind of scrub it. It's called scumbling. Just depends on the texture you want to get out of it. So that's just water. I'm kind of scumbling the water in to thin this because I don't like the streaks that it was leaving. It goes back to me not leaving it alone until it dries. And thank you for the compliment. You did not miss it. You just trying to do this and keep going over there too. Nobody wants to stream with me. I guess I'm not a good partner or something. think you can even see this. Sense of color. That's something I should address. I have not really got a sense of color. I look at a whole bunch of artists and how they work, and I think the same thing. And I don't know if they feel the way that I do, but I'm not using a particular sense of color. I just want to get a feel, so I know that green gold has a kind of dark, moldy type feel, something you'd see maybe in a horror flick or something. But the rest of the colors, the reason I'm spending so long tweaking these colors is because it's not the color that really matters as much as the value of the color. So long as it's a believable grade between here and here, it won't look fake. It'll look like as you're going up, you're getting to see more through it. So hot and cold is easy. Like, you know it's going to be orange, you know it's going to be blue. It's just a matter of how do you make them work together. And a lot of the answer of that is by working with the value instead of working with the color. See how that just changed everything? And that's okay that it changes everything, because this is the area I want your eyes really to focus on in the end. So I'm kind of uniting everything else with this glaze. It's also why I switched to a bigger brush, because it's harder to focus on details with a bigger brush. You're focusing on a swath. Stroke is a little bit different. It's a flat brush, so I can edge a little bit, but for the most part, I'm not trying to. Kind of. And I gotta let that dry for a little bit. It's the only thing that stinks about working with that stuff. Because you're working with something that you're creating a water base out of. I might dry brush a little bit. So dry brushing is exactly what it sounds like. And dry your brush. Not only dry your brush, like I'm going to get a different brush for it. Usually, with the brush that I feel okay about beating up, because dry brushing is not technically and going to be very careful with. Ooh, look at that. That's a really good. Let's see. Well, this is a cheap brush. I don't care much about it. So I'm putting it in the paint, right? And then I'm knocking as much off the brush tip as here. And make sure it's dry, and then, or dry as I can, and then I'm kind of scrumbling with it. Great thing is that this canvas is still wet. So I'm going to try to dry brush into this. Canvas. I say canvas, but it's not canvas, it's paper. Paper. And there is no rules against you mixing it. The colors that you're going to dry brush. Quite often, the main thing is that if you're dry brushing, you want as little. You don't want a whole bunch of paint caked up on the brush to dry brush, and you don't want to moisten that down because you're just kind of texturing stuff out with it. So, starting to look like some controlled chaos now. You can make trees and shrubs and stuff like that with this look too. You can make fog if you get it right enough. To some extent, that's about the value. Kind of what I'm doing right here. I want to make everything disappear, but I kind of want to obscure it a little bit. And because it's such a thin layer, I'm not painting thickly over anything. You can still see the value, but you can see that you're looking through the fog. But didn't even know what he was missing this time, did he? I want to darken the value up just a tiny bit. So, and add just a tad bit of ultramarine blue to the mix. Too dark. And if it is too dark, just lighten it up. It's all about the value. hesitate to use any water, but just a little bit. Give me something on my brush to work with. Grounding. Randomness is fine. Who knew I was going to do this? The lines look much more believable, right? Oil coming out of this. Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's not really So I'm gonna post that up so people can see what in future videos. There isn't a story behind this as far as the person who I was originally doing this with. There's a story behind this that I created a little bit because it was supposed to be an album cover, and basically kind of Iron Maiden tribute type thing. Like the band's done an Iron Maiden tribute, but the idea of Eddie Horror that everybody knows from Iron Maiden, it's kind of that idea. It's not even supposed to be like a dead person or whatever. Originally, that was the original name was supposed to be The Wretched, and there's several bands that own that name, so I have no marriage to that. But when I drew a character for them, yeah, kind of that was the idea. When I drew the character, I drew a character, a name, and I made the T into kind of a withered person, like a distended or mummy-like person. And then they were like, "Oh, it's not scary enough." And I'm like, "Okay, so more of a horror element, but the name Wretched doesn't imply scary; it implies looked down upon." And I guess everybody has a different definition of it, but for me, Wretched is or living in the streets and nobody cares about them and all that. So, but they wanted a scarier element, so I thought I'd do like the fingers look very bony, but it's supposed to be you're really kind of seeing through that. And yeah, maybe the soul is coming out of them. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking, something along those lines, anyway.
Doing what, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm done.
Some more.
Yep. One more water before you put the other ones in, right? So yeah, now this is basically covered. It's just fine tuning, I guess. I've got to kind of touch
Well, when you're done,
corners up a little bit. Still working on the same thing, look. That's what we were just talking about. It doesn't really have a name. It's just the Wretched Soul. You don't.
Yeah.
No, sir. There's no way you have more love for me than I do for you. I have a head start. 9 months head start. I'm trying to. Just go over that and lighten it up a bit. So this is what's called push and pull. Pushing and pulling the values until I get them over when I like them. And this is a dry blending brush. All this started because this one corner wasn't dark enough on the actual corner. Right. I'm going to put all my brushes in the water when I'm done. Because acrylic, if you let it dry in the bristles, kind of turns to vinyl. Say kind of, but that's exactly what it does. That's what it's made to do. Acrylic was made for painting on movie cells. So you were painting animation on movie cells and it would dry and become vinyl. Not a sponsor. Brett's fond of saying that, but they could be. But, yeah, they could be. Doesn't have a lot of brushes to go through when I'm washing them after the end. Because you gotta lighten some of this up. Ooh, that's too much. Maybe not. So when you're lightening the value up, in deference to the arm, arms. Again, that pushing and pulling. That's what I want. I'm using the pure green gold with no watering it down right now. I'm kind of blending it out a little bit. Fog, or mist, or whatever you want to call it. Should be kind of latent puppy. Transparent or semi-transparent. And this color green actually has a little brown in it. So, I'm just mixing a little. It's off camera, so it's a matter of how much green I'm adding to the ground, because I don't want to make the fog disappear, but I don't want to make it. I don't want it to be that prominent. It was very, very prominent. I need more paper towel. Turn the fan on it a little bit, dry quicker. think pretty close though. Maybe some final touches in your fingers and stuff. I don't know about even really, I'm not going to get too much of that either. Like that. You have a little bit of local color. And I can use that up here too. And then gotta preserve that yellow before it dries. And add some orange. Orange pickle. And I'm use a liner brush. I'll use some white too. So white, I'm always pretty much using Golden Opens titanium. Because Golden Opens are moist and last longer. I don't have to keep spraying that shit down. If you cannot see, let me know. I'm not hiding from you, I promise. I'm just trying to get a good, more yellow than orange mixture. And then we're going to do more yellow than white mixture. Well, actually a more. Too watery. Put this knot right in front of the pan. Using a liner brush, it's a short-handled liner brush, so it's a number 9. It's a very small brush, but it's not a 1. If you have to paint a line, that's what this is made. And edge light is a line, really. Yeah. My problem was sitting in front of the fan for a second. Yeah. Make sure it's smooth enough to do the job. Yeah, big enough. Look at what I'm trying to cover. What am I trying to cover? The pencil lines. Now, if I was trying to do like comic book style outline or whatever, that's one thing. And I would probably just do that with Suki towel, Suki brush pens. Because I have them to hand. And they work fine over acrylic. Make the line as least prominent as I can get it. And the green lines of brushes, it's always very temperamental. Well, it is for me because I'm with the steady hand I used to 20 years ago. But that's why I like painting. Because when I like something, just paint over it. And you can take you a week to get where you want it. It's the thing that a lot of kids are missing nowadays is that they think they have to produce a work of art very fast and get it out online. But they really don't. They really don't. It's never about how fast, it's about getting it the way you want to get it. Sometimes that takes a while. Sometimes it happens really quick. Like if I was working with oils, one of the great things about oils that doesn't really get talked about very much. When they just, I guess people mostly talk about what the downside is to oils. But the upside to oils is that um, you can cut into anything. Like it's very easy to make this outside and then come back in between the fingers later on. And kind of painting backwards, you do the outer edge by painting the background around the image. It's pretty cool and it's pretty fun, and it's actually liberating. I was told that by an artist once because I was intimidated by oils, and he said, I find them liberating. I didn't know what he meant because I was nervous about screwing up. And oils, you can push them full all along, which is something I have yet to learn. I don't use them these days because you a lot to clean up after. Like, after this, I'm just gonna wash my brushes out in the sink, take a couple of minutes. But with oils, there's a lot more to it, especially if you have proper ventilation. A little more dangerous on the body. Let's see if I can do this for the other side now. You've never released the oils? I would really love to use if I didn't have to clean up bathtub. Yeah, I'll just dump that there. Hmm. Hmm. Think. Just about where I am. I need to get slow up here anyway. Just want to close off. Of course. Said that was one outlier. Just don't want to be parts off, but that's fine. One other thing we do with this kind of brush is the signature. But I'll do that in a second. Make sure this is dry first. This is a good time to talk to me if you want to, because I can actually read the chat. Guess I'll take away the station identification here. So the whole thing is in view. I want to let this little last bit that I did dry so I can peel the tape off. That's the fun, right? And you can see the edges. There's going to be a little bit of penciling down here underneath this piece of tape because I didn't put the border on before I put the pattern on. So essentially, I either have to erase it, or if it doesn't erase, which a lot of times the graphite sheets don't erase. So if it doesn't, then I'm going to have to actually paint the border, which I'm not fond of doing, but I do need to, right? Why am I waiting for this last little bit to dry? Because if it's still wet, it tends to warp. Right. You're occupied in one place now that I'm able to read. It's alright, I'm doing the tape peel anyway. My boy asked me what I'm doing next. So I don't know what I'm doing next. What do you think I should do? He says, admin. That's how ingrained admin is into our society. Someone who doesn't read comic books or watch movies wants me to do that. Doing master comic arts heavy. Ah. I don't know how that would work for this channel. That's the type of stuff I like to do with a tilted board. And lots of free time. Now I'm doing my versions of comic book characters. There we go. No, it's done. I'm just finishing. Just peeling everything off. I haven't got to sign it. You got to keep in mind when you say Part 5 it's not done yet. First of all, I don't care how long it takes. Second of all, I'm not doing any of it off screen. And third, the first episode, if you will, was getting the paper, preparing it on that, doing the layout. This is not just one color, another color. There's a whole bunch of colors in here. Blending layered. You sound underwater. I don't know, maybe it's a fan. I hear that sometimes from some people, but rarely all the time from everybody. It would have been a cool album cover. But no. Had to betray me. You wasn't going to mention. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it's where I am when I'm talking. What I'm using is the laptop microphone. I have a mic on a boom, but it works sometimes, and then all of a sudden it doesn't. And I mean all of a sudden, because it goes from being clear to being squelchy, or I don't know what the hell's wrong with it. That's not a cheap mic. Usually that's why I have breath ears, so nobody has to bother hearing my voice much. That's why I like a co-host. That way people have someone they actually want to talk to. Yeah, right. Yep, it's free. Nobody charges for it. So just gonna peel the paint off of here. The main paint is that's Raphael. There she be. What album is this? Band called Fuck You, You Asshole. Oh. It is not for an album cover. It was designed to be for an album cover. That's why there's space. Yeah, I wanted to. I've had this drawing around for a little while. I did this drawing on screen that was designed for a band. But then something went down. I figured their loss, somebody else's name. I'll either do it as a giveaway on stream or hold an auction or whatever. Like I'm looking for doing a giveaway once we reach 200 on YouTube, or once we reach what is a partnership or affiliate on Twitch, which means I need to have 3 people on Twitch streaming at the same time. And that's a joke because I have the own credit, so I don't know what's going on. Trying to decide. Oh, one sound. Let's see maybe if I can pick this pencil off here. So usually they don't like to come on. Maybe if I get a battery for my electric eraser, I'll take it off, but I'm kind of afraid of removing too much material. It's not too bad. It's only fun. Let's see. Finer ratio. We won't need to remove the pins. We've got a leaf. Good place to sign it, huh? Go fast. Wait, you get this lid open? And if it's not, well, this is acrylic gouache. Acrylic. Yeah, that would destroy the illusion though, wouldn't it? Because by signing it on the arm, most of the arms will either fog or shadow. All that work, and I'm going to get it the way I want it, and the wrong one. Yeah, I'm not signing good. I'm signing black though. Pretty much stands out in the cloud. But let me tell you. See, I peeled it too soon, so let me go. Gonna have to put it in the pad and flatten it out like I did Rhino. If I keep this up, I'll actually have enough product to have a set, right? It'll only take me 50 years. All right, actually, pretty close. It's a pretty short sprint. I was wondering, I do have one nearby. I wish we had better white. Like I have Posca white. Posca doesn't look the same. Even though Posca is also acrylic, you have to go over it several times to get what you want. Wash is pretty good, but wash is water-based, so you have to make sure the consistency is right there too. Thank you guys for showing up and keeping me company. his breath out because he's got a double sickness going on. He's got the back injury that he was having, and then I guess his kids brought him home some gift sickness to go with it. Tomorrow, my boy is all excited for the demolition derbies. We thought it was going to be tonight. He was determined that I was going to cancel because he wanted to see the derby, but fortunately, it's tomorrow. So, yep. I think that's it for the night. Thank you guys for showing up, hanging out. Good night. God bless. Much love.